Hey, Plum Creek. I wanted to update everyone on our plans as soon as we were able to make a decision. And I want to forewarn you, this video is going to be just a bit long, a couple of minutes, but please watch all the way to the end. I'm going to talk about our plan, but I also want to address some of the concerns that I know people have. Douglas County has been moved to the more restrictive level 2 of the state's Safer at Home plan. And for places of worship, as outlined in that order, it means that we can have a maximum of 50 people in any one room. Now, this obviously creates a lot of challenges for us based on the way that we do church and the number of people who worship here on a weekly basis. Listen, as we've said, since the beginning of COVID, we have been and will continue to operate within the guidelines of our government authorities, and I will address this more in just a minute. At the same time, I want to make every attempt for us to gather and worship together. We're going to do the very best that we can within the rules and the restrictions that are in place. So we're getting creative, and we are going to do some experimenting on how to best navigate these restrictions. So here's the plan for this week. Due to a registration glitch, the form went out prematurely under the previous limits of 175 people for each service. And listen, it filled in 15 minutes. We are doing our best to honor those who are already registered. So, guys, registration for this weekend is already full. And we are still going to have 3 live services in our building this weekend. 4:30 on Saturday, 8:30, and 10 a.m. on Sunday. And each of those 3 services will also be streamed online as usual at plumcreek.live, on Facebook, and also on YouTube. So if you're not registered or not ready to come back to the building, we look forward to connecting with you online. Also, for each of the 3 services, we will have full children's programming available for birth through 5th grade. Now, where things are going to look a little different is for the in-person adult services. Remember, as I said earlier, we will be abiding by the county order of 50 people in any given room. And due to the restrictions, we will only have 50 people in our main auditorium. However, thank God for our new facility. We will have additional seating available in some of our other auditoriums for viewing of the service by way of a live broadcast into those rooms. It's important that you hear this again. 50 people will be allowed in the main auditorium for live worship and teaching. And at each of our services, we have 150 spots available in our additional auditoriums for a viewing of the broadcast. And again, children's ministry will continue as usual and be available for birth through 5th grade for anyone who attends those in-person gatherings, whether in the auditorium or one of the broadcast rooms. Now, please hear my heart. We know this isn't perfect, and we know this isn't ideal. But I can promise you that our leadership team has looked at this from every possible angle and believe that this is the best solution for right now. So please be patient with us as we work to navigate these current restrictions. I believe very strongly that the relational connections that we experience on the weekends here in the building are absolutely vital for many of us, and not something that I am willing to sacrifice at this time. Right now, we're staying as flexible as we can and should expect more changes. We're holding loosely to our methods, but we are standing firm on our mission to see lives changed. This mission has never wavered and never will. You know our hearts, and it's your heart too, that we are about seeing lives changed, period. And whether our front doors are open or not, the mission doesn't change. And we're doing whatever we can to make Jesus famous. Let me also assure you that these decisions are not political or based in fear. And if you're frustrated, I understand. I am too. This isn't my first choice either. To be truthful, none of us are getting our way right now. And if you'd like, I encourage you to come talk to me or to someone on our team. I promise you that we have thoughtfully and prayerfully considered what is best with these new restrictions. And here's what I need from everyone that's watching this video. Pray. I'm sincerely asking you, after you watch this video, to put the phone or the computer down and please pray. Together, we know there are a lot of people hurting right now. Please pray for our staff, for our church. Please pray for our community and for our county and for our country. And lastly, selfishly, I'd ask you that you'd pray for your pastor. Let me share with you that I'm tired. I don't like this any more than you do. I love being with each of you, and I care deeply for you, and know this season has been very challenging for all of us. The last 8 months have been a grind like no other time I've ever experienced, and I need your prayers. But in the midst of all of this, listen to me. I truly believe that God is up to something. I have seen him at work, and God has been so faithful. He's done incredible things in our lives in spite of all of these challenges. I believe in our mission as much now as I have at any time in the history of our church. And listen, God is on the move. I know that he's trying to teach us something as individuals, as families, and as a church. And guys, listen, we must refuse to miss out on his incredible plans for Plum Creek and our valley. Please know this. I love you. Our team is praying for you. I am praying for you. Please stay committed to praying for us. And thank you for your understanding. And thank you for living on mission with us. And I hope to see you soon.